Picture it with me, my friends. Mortal Kombat Power Rangers Edition. Oh yeah, this rodeo's fixing to kick off. Welcome back to Filmmaster Reviews. I'm Adam J. Now, just for your information, yesterday I got my new car. I was finally able to go back to work after my bad car accident earlier this month, and I went to the bar to celebrate. Overall, not a bad day to offset the horrible week I'd been having. But what really lifted my spirits more than anything else was coming home to this. Yes, for those who don't know, yesterday a Power Rangers short film leaked online, simply titled Power/Rangers. And yeah, it's the best film I've seen all year, although that's not really saying much, is it? Now, in this lengthy review, I'm actually going to try to avoid as many spoilers as I can, because I feel that if you are a Power Rangers fan in any capacity, you owe it to yourself to see this. Like, if you do not watch this, you are doing yourself a grave disservice. First of all, the title is fantastic. You may be wondering why. It's just Power Rangers with a dash in the middle. It's because this short film sees the Power Rangers broken, separated, split internally and externally, which is why the dash is so effective. The Power Rangers are broken, hence the separation of the words. That was clever right from the get-go. In the world of this short film, the Machine Empire from Power Rangers Zeo has pretty much united with mankind after a huge war. They've signed a treaty, but the Machine Empire is pretty much integrated into everyday society. One of the old Rangers, played by James Beek, has gone renegade, and is interrogating another old Ranger, played by Katie Sackhoff, to try and locate Tommy Oliver, who we all know as the Green Ranger. And the fates of other characters from Power Rangers are revealed through flashbacks. This is kind of like the Mortal Kombat Rebirth film that came out a while back. But whereas Mortal Kombat was already gritty and gory as hell, Power Rangers is essentially a kids show that it holds nostalgia for the adults who watched it as kids. Hell, I still watch some of the old episodes. They're fun as hell. I fucking love the Green with Evil saga. But now we have a short film that says, hey, what if this was a realistic bloodbath future where Rangers actually fucking died? Oh yeah. Quite a few of the old Rangers get the axe in this, and it's actually a little depressing. I won't say which ones do, but it's pretty damn brutal. This film takes Power Rangers to a whole new level that no Hollywood studio would dare to go. And from what I read online, that was apparently the director's intention. This is a short film that asks, what would teenagers who were asked to fight a war that was never theirs be like as adults? How messed up would they be after the fall? How would some react to a treaty being signed after all they fought for? Would they feel neglected? Would they be happy? Would they try to move on? And more importantly, would they let themselves move on? There are some very interesting ideas that come to light in this story, and all of them are great. There's one scene during Beek's interrogation where Sackhoff asks him why he turned and stabbed the Rangers in the back, and he tells her straight up, once the treaty was signed, all the freedom we fought for was in vain. I simply chose the winning side. And yeah, it's really hard to blame him. I won't spoil too much, but once you see how broken he is in this film, it's really hard not to feel a certain amount of sympathy for him. And for all the Rangers, for that matter. This is just a very original and unique take on a classic source material, and it works so damn well. The action in this short film, damn, wonderfully choreographed. It's perfect. Every shot in this short film looks amazing, like it was made for millions of dollars, and in reality, it's just an independently made short film with a high budget. Even the special effects are beyond impressive for a short film. I'll even go the extra mile. In the beginning of the short film, we actually see glimpses of a Megazord fight. And these few shots look better than anything in the Bayformer movies. Oh yes, I went there. Hell, I say we get this director to direct the Transformers reboot. He has my vote. The acting in this is great. Katie Sackhoff is wonderful in anything. Halloween Resurrection never happened, la 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 la. She sells the raw emotion of this character beautifully, as she does with every character she plays. Sackhoff is one of my favorite actresses working today, and for damn good reason. James Van Der Beek? Holy shit, this is the best work I've seen him do. Back in the day, I watched a couple episodes of Dawson's Creek, and yeah, was not a fan. Was not a fan at all. But after seeing this and how much intensity and raw emotion he put into this character, I just sat there saying to myself, why the fuck are you not getting work? You're great in this! Personally, I'd pay to see him do more roles like this. The rest of the actors playing the other characters also do very well with what limited screen time they have, and they do leave an impression. I also think it's kind of funny that, you know, they had two porn stars, Mia Miley and Brie Olson, playing Scorpina and Divatox, but they're not dressed like Scorpina and Divatox, they're just kind of banging Zach for some reason. I didn't get it, but, you know, it was fun. Now here comes the big question, as I'm sure all of you who have not seen this yet are wondering, does Jason David Frank play Tommy Oliver? No, he does not. And he released a video explaining exactly why. He was actually approached to play the role of Tommy in this short film and turned it down, feeling that it was too excessively bloody and violent. After playing the character for so long, he feels that Power Rangers should always have an appeal for kids as well as nostalgic adults, whereas this was never intended for kids at all.
You know, it's great. The adults love it. Like, hey man, that's our show when we were a kid and we deserve something like that. But then you got to fall back to the kids. You still have the kids that want to watch Power Rangers. And there's no way I can watch that movie with Jenna sitting right next to me. I mean, our inner geek inside is like, yes, it's what we wanted. You know, we're all grown up now, but at the same time, we have to be responsible and know that this still is a kid's brand. I know you guys, I'm 41 and you're all probably thinking I'm talking like I'm an old person, but I'm just talking the truth. So,
and you know what, guys? I respect that. He has his own idea of what Power Rangers should be, and he won't compromise his integrity. Jason David Frank? Respect. On the other hand, while I do agree with him to an extent, this short film was never really meant to go anywhere financially. I'm happy that adults, just adults, have a gritty, grisly, bloodbath version of Power Rangers that they can watch without wondering about a child's tender sensibilities. It's just one video, and it's not going to be made into a big-budget film because, let's be honest, Hollywood has no balls. Kids are going to get their big-budget reboot of Power Rangers next year from this schmuck, and they still have their TV shows, going strong with Samurai, Megaforce, and now Dino Charge. The version Frank wants is still there, regardless of this. It's not really hurting anything. Now, do I have any gripes with the short film? Actually, yeah, I do have a couple. They don't make the short any less badass, but it's Power Rangers, it's something I loved growing up, and that I still love, so I'm sorry, but I gotta get kind of nitpicky here. First and foremost, they called Trini Trina in this version. When I first heard Katie Sackhoff say the line, "We were at Trina's funeral," I had to do a double take to make sure I heard it right, but even after I heard it the second time, I was like, no, I gotta be hearing this wrong. But sure enough, in the credits, it says Trina. Really? Come on, guys. I like the homage showing her funeral, as Tai Trang, the actress who played Trini, did die back in 2001. I also like that they just cut straight to her funeral and didn't show how she died at all. That was in good taste. Thank you. It just kind of ate at me that they screwed up one letter. It sounds like nitpicking, and you know what? It probably is, but, I mean, come on, guys. Was it really hard to get one letter right? One letter? My second problem, yeah, you can also chalk it up to a nitpick, but my favorite Power Ranger growing up was always Billy. Why? Because he was the nerd that got picked on in school, and I was the nerd that got picked on in school. I love him for the same reason that so many nerds love Spider-Man. It gives them the fantasy of being the hero. Billy Cranston, played by David Yost, was the man, and was always my favorite, so it really bothered me that he kind of got the shit end of the stick in this one. We barely see him at all, and hell, I don't even think we ever see him in a suit. Again, it does not make the short film any less wonderful, and his limited screen time did work in the story's favor, but as a fan, I wanted more of him. It was just kind of a personal thing with me. Overall, this was an amazing short film. Great action, wonderful effects, superb acting, better storytelling than we see in most action films today. It's smart, it's adult, it's meaningful, and goes places that most adaptations would not even dare to go. Hell, I say make this a series, like in the vein of Mortal Kombat Legacy, before it shot itself in the foot. It's more than likely not gonna happen, but let me dream. Power Dash Rangers already has a spot reserved on my best of 2015 list. It's the best film I've seen so far this year, and I'm giving it a solid A. If you're a Power Rangers fan, what are you even doing still watching this video? Go in one of the links in the description box, watch this video, and see for yourself just how awesome this is. It's morphin' time. Oh yes, I went there.